Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Walletta on first down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now the first running back drafted this year is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. But on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
He finds Bingham complete. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Walletta to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Walletta now to throw it. And Ingram hauls it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles. Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass. A first down carry for Barkley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Walletta. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their efficiency.
It was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Damon Harrison in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And it is good. Well, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board is very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Leopard!
Here's a give to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there.
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And room there to work it inside the 25. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What would Big Al was thinking on draft night? Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, he wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-Men. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call it.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram him. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he's going to... Got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Allen. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And he knocks it through. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Lauletta looking for a 1st down throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On 1st down, it's Lauletta. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On On second down, here's Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. On second down, Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Money looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
A final shot before the break for Lauletta. On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Flushed out right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's hauled in by Shepard. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. Had a pretty good gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, Lauletta. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Lauletta. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Lauletta on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are in for 6. And good. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's go, get out, get out.
Second down, Prescott. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it to Hearns. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Prescott looks to throw on first. Rolling to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On third down, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A give to Elliott. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
It's coming now.
Now Prescott. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And they got the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And that's complete to Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Leopard! Leopard!
On 1st down, Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily, put it on him.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Leopard! Leopard!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Giants on third down, as close to automatic as you can get. 9 out of 10. This will be 3rd and 19.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
To warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And he is down deep into Giant territory. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They come out here in the eye. Here's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throw for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he takes it down deep in enemy territory. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A lot of...